When I went to the Cannabis Cup for the first year.
Ismail would like to know if you could speak more on Tribe and what it is and all of anything you can promote them for, because nobody's heard of Tribe, so you got to take the opportunity to talk about Tribe a little bit because it's blessed. It's a really cool fucking concept.
Tribe Music is a profit sharing platform for streaming music. You can go down there. You could subscribe to the whole entire list of artists, or you can subscribe to individual artists. When you subscribe to the whole entire list of artists, everybody gets a percentage, equally split down the middle. If you subscribe to an individual artist, you get all their music. I put exclusive songs there. There's songs that you won't hear anywhere else. I put them exclusively there, so it gives you something to go there for. I'm not a I'm not an iTunes guy. I'm not a Spotify guy. So I put all my stuff on Tribe Music because it's an indigenous owned platform, and I try to help out my people as much as possible wherever it goes. A lot of the times when it comes to collecting the profits from Tribe, I don't keep them. I donate it to the Kahnawake food basket here. So whenever you're subscribed to me, it's going directly back to the community anyhow.
That is a huge part of why I subscribed. Bonnie's like Bonnie's really like one of the biggest advocates that you would ever meet for the indigenous community ever. That I'm like nothing compared to her, you know. Um, like anytime I use that particular word after I was given a lecture from her to remind me that it's bad because she cares that much about the situation, and then she reminded me of history and shit, and I'm like, okay. And she knows a lot, so like I thought about it more on that front too. It's like I don't know that I care as much about supporting Willie like that as I care about supporting Tribe like that. That was my
Yeah,
honest
I mean,
like
and for me, it was an easy decision because of what it stands for. You know, they're just trying to help out artists that necessarily. I mean, if you go to that site and you look up where some of these artists are from and the conditions that they live in, and they still manage to fucking come out with quality sounding music and shit, like I don't know how it's even possible, to be honest, man. I've been to these communities, I've toured to these places, and I've always been blown away by how they overcome the circumstances. You know what I mean? So whenever I'm able to fucking throw a couple of dollars back, whether it's fucking one subscriber a fucking month, or if it's 400 subscribers in total, whatever the hell it is, I just want to make sure that somebody is going to be overcoming circumstances by the little bit that I chipped in to help. That's the least I could do as a human.
that's the way people probably should be though, and I say that because like you really care sincerely and deeply about your community and your people,
Well,
and
it's not just us. I do these events all over the world too. Like don't think for a second that when I'm touring France, I'm not passing the hat around for a handicapped person that happens to be at the show, or to help out someone's mother that just passed away. I mean, we do all kinds of crazy things at
so
all
I
times.
I
Like there's
wouldn't have
there's always a cause to help out, and we use the power of music to make sure it works.
like I know that you do your music for miracles and shit thing, and I know you
Yeah.
do a whole lot of altruism with your music. But I wouldn't have thought that you pass hats around in France unless you said it, Willie. You kind of need to tell
Oh
us that
yeah.
you do this stuff, not because you're bragging. Here's the thing: I had this conversation at work a lot where sometimes some people don't like to brag about their charitable or great actions because they feel like it's not necessary or it defeats the purpose. But when people in your position in life do great things and then share it with the rest of the world, it inspires other people to mimic. Yo, you think now I'm not thinking, yo, I can pass a hat around, and like I'm already getting this idea that I didn't even have before because I didn't even know Willie was doing it.
Well, I mean, like, there's been so many times, like, especially when I was performing in the inner cities, and you go to the Native Friendship Centers within like Winnipeg and Calgary and Montreal, and the people that you meet there are so fucking wonderful, but they're going through hell. So when we were doing our events, that's when we decided we're gonna pass this hat around, because when you're standing inside the venue and you're too warm and you got to take your sweater off because it's too warm backstage, well, there's a guy outside that's homeless that's too fucking cold and can't even get in the venue. So let's pass the hat for that guy that's sitting outside. Like, help him out, man. Maybe he just needs a warm meal and a fucking cozy place for an hour. Whether it's a fucking hourly motel, fuck whatever it is, go take a fucking shower. Like whatever we can get. Like it should be this way, but we try.
But that's why it's like fucking cool to hear you talk about it. Like, I know it's weird, but it's a brave thing for you to just talk about it like that and to put that side of yourself out there. And it's uncomfortable, and I understand that. But that side of you resonating is going to resonate with like a lot of people. And honestly, it's probably going to help you get more people to go bump your music a little bit. And I'm not saying you should do it for those reasons. Believe it or not,
no, man. No.
I try to paint pictures as realistically as I see them, which sometimes comes off like I'm a pretty dark person with how I frame things. But I had to Google cause marketing at work, right? So cause marketing is when companies partner with charitable organizations to leverage people's empathy to buy shit. It's a real thing.
For sure.
But do you know what happens? Trees get planted, and like a lot of good shit happens from some dark things. So like, yeah, but like when you look into the effectiveness of cause marketing, you're like, yo, a lot of these places don't honestly exist unless companies act like assholes about it. And it's weird, right? Like, so like it's backwards and not like what anyone is culturally used to, but more people are going to do good if we brag about our charitable actions than if we don't, is basically what I think.
Necessarily call it bragging. I think it's bringing awareness, like letting people know that it's not always the person's fault they're in that situation, and it's not an addiction that got them there.
Yeah, I agree.
It's none of that shit.
Right. I don't like
that's
either.
all just stereotypes, you know what
but
I mean?
Like,
and
I don't even.
Sometimes we just gotta help them out, man. Put a hand out, and it might help fucking change the guy's life. Maybe next time you see him, he'll be fucking hiring you to your job.
I don't like to brag about that shit either, though. Like, I say this almost to like myself too. Like, I do some good things for people that nobody's ever heard of, and I just don't like to share it. Like, the fuck do you need to know about how good I am? I'm a motherfucking asshole. I swear. Like, I spent like half my life saying that shit, and I'm like, I mean, I don't want to brag about some of the micro things I do, but like, maybe if I frame my life more like I give a shit about everyone like Willie's doing, it's a cooler thing. And I talk about community more, people like it more because it's like better ways to live. So it's not like bragging, I think. Maybe advocating for different lifestyles might be a better way to put it.
That's what it is, really comes down to, man. It's like whatever makes you fucking happy is what you got to do in this life, man. Like you're guaranteed to die, so make it fucking fun.